In this video, I'm going to give you my opinion regarding the iPad update. I know I talked about it when I gave you the recap about the Apple presentation, but I want to talk a little bit more about it because there have been a lot of videos out there talking specifically about this new redesign and the colors and everything. So I want to throw in my 2 cents. Let's get to it. Okay, I'm gonna start out with the easiest thing to criticize about this Mac, this new iMac, and it's the colors. So just so you know, the colors are blue, green, yellow, purple, orange, pink, not red, pink, and silver. If you want to go for the basic configuration, the only colors that you will have available are the blue, green, pink, and silver. If you want either the yellow, purple, or orange, you need to go to the next level up of the options that Apple gives you for those computers. Now, the colors is the easiest thing to criticize because Apple has always had this mentality that whatever the other person is looking at is more important than what you're looking at. This started out with the Macs, the MacBook. They used to have the Apple upside down when you opened them and people were looking at them. And that was for the reason that when you closed it, the Apple would look towards you. At some point, Steve Jobs said, you know, the person that bought the Mac knows he has a Mac. There's no reason for him to close it and for the Apple to look at him. So they decided to flip it around. So when you open, the Apple looks right side up for whoever is looking at it. So in that tradition, I'm guessing it's why they have done this redesign color scheme to the iMac thing. And the nicest part about the colors are on the back. The pink, they call it pink because of the front chin color and the stand. It actually looks pink. The back looks red. The green on the back looks very nice. The yellow, all the colors basically look very nice from the back. But when you look at it from the front, which is the part that you, the buyer, is normally going to look at, it is not that nice at all. Those pastel colors, I still think it's a bad idea. I know Apple's going for it, apparently full in with the pastel colors, but I don't like it at all. The other thing that I don't like is the white bezels. The white bezels, once you turn off the computer, it actually accentuates more how big the bezels are around the screen are, especially in this Mac, which was expected to be almost as close to edge as possible. They didn't do that. They kept the chin, and now they added white bezels around the screen, so you can tell even more that we'll discuss it later. Anyways, the other thing about the white bezels is that for a lot of people that work with editing video, editing pictures, or doing those type of jobs, it actually affects having white bezels. It affects your eyesight. Your eyes have to keep adjusting constantly compared to when you have dark bezels. You actually, your eyes can adjust a lot easier because it doesn't, it's distracting, I'm guessing. I really don't know, but there are studies that say that the reason for the dark bezels has something to do with the eyesight. One of the things I did like about the iMac redesign was the power adapter. I don't like the fact that it's outside the computer, but then again, they had to do it. They had no other choice. They made the iMac so thin that the power supply was not going to fit inside. So for the first time, I think in any computer, in any desktop, the power supply is now outside. I did like that they put the Ethernet up as an option in the power supply, although if you want that option, you cannot go for the basic configuration. You're going to have to go for the next level up unless you pay the $30 extra for that upgrade. It's not expensive. I expected it to be more expensive. And it's a really good idea to have the Ethernet connected directly through the power supply. It cleans the clutter around the desk. And the fact that the power adapter plugs magnetically and it transfers both electricity and the internet, it's actually a very nice idea. You can also upgrade the iMac to the Touch ID keyboard. That's another $50 if you want that. So that adds up to that brings the total cost of the computer to about $1,380, which is a little bit less than $200 towards the next configuration. So it's very important for you to keep that in mind. If you're gonna add those two things, just go for the next level up on the computer, because it adds another graphic core and two more USB ports. So that's very important. One of the last things I'm going to talk about is the redesign. The redesign, and I say it in quotations because it's not actually a redesign. If you guys follow me on the social media platforms, I posted that I actually did the job of getting a picture of the iMac from the front, of the new iMac from the front, the silver one, and then I took the monitor out of one of the old ones and just put it on top of it and removed the Apple, and it just looks exactly the same. There's no difference whatsoever. The bezels, yes, they're a little bit larger. That's why it went from 21.5 inch to 24 inches, but it's the exact same computer. So there was no actual redesign. I do understand why Apple did it. They put all the components on the chin, but then again, you didn't need to make the computer this thin. I know, the history of the iMac. It's been getting smaller and thinner every time, but this is ridiculous. This is getting to a ridiculous point. It's absolutely unnecessary to do this, but that's the way Apple does their business. That's the way they work. Everybody is praising them for putting the headphone jack on the side. They didn't do it out of the kindness of their hearts. In previous models, if you guys don't know, you had to search around the back for the headphones. So if you were already sitting in front of the computer, it was a hassle. You either had to get back up, plug whatever you were going to plug into the headphone jack, and then sit back down, or start trying to guess where the headphone jack input is. In this case, they put it on the sides, but they didn't do it out of the kindness of their hearts, as I just said. They did it because if you actually measure the length of the headphone jack, it actually is longer than the entire phone, that the entire iMac phone. It almost looks like a phone that the entire iMac has in width. So that's the reason why they did it. They didn't do it out of the kindness of their hearts. That's also the reason why they added the Ethernet through the power adapter for certain models, because the Ethernet plug is actually, I think, about the same size or just a little bit larger also. Finally, my opinion regarding what this new iMac is and what it represents for future iMacs, especially the 32-inch model, which is the model that almost everybody is expecting. Well, I don't like the design. I don't think that it was necessary for them to go this thin. They could have done something like the Pro Display XDR, which was actually going to be thicker at its side profile than the previous iMac, if you just look at the border near the display. But it's a desktop. You're not going to take it around all over the place. You're not going to carry it around. You don't need it to be weightless. So I don't understand why they did it. Guessing, I understand the colors, even though I don't think they're nice, especially for the buyer, which is the color that you're going to be looking at most of the time. Those pastel colors, I've said it before, they're not my cup of coffee. I like the back, but they didn't place the nice color all around the computer. So that's just the way it is. And My opinion regarding what this means for the 32, either iPad or iPad, it's almost an iPad. For the 32-inch iMac or iMac Pro, whatever it's going to be called, I'm guessing that it's going to come with the chin also. And the chin is not going to go away for a long, long time, because the last update, as you guys know, was a long time coming. So the next update will be a long time coming also. And I don't think they'll go back to adding thickness to the iMac anytime soon. So sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but that's just the way it is. I like some parts of it. I don't like a lot of it. But that's the decision Apple decided to go on, and we'll just see. Time will tell if they made the right choice or not. If you like this video, please hit the like button right below me. Also, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell so you can get notified when we have new videos. Remember, we're available on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and obviously YouTube at JR Abrams Tech, so you can stay up to date with the latest news and rumors about tech. Until next time.